What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I'm here to get sweaty, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun while I do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the deck I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar singles and full sets, including new releases. Compendium of Rathe singles are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then message Hemel to see what he can do for you. Using the data command will produce a link to Fablazing.com, the best source for deck list, matchup, and tournament data. Do you have too much money? Give some of it to me. Custom channel tokens, as used by 2025 US National Champion and World's Philadelphia Top 8 competitor Majin Bay, are available on my Ko-Fi. And you can spam the coolest emojis in chat by becoming a member of the channel. Now sit back and get cozy because the stream begins now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you all for being here. I am going to play TUFFNUT today. The thumbnail did not lie to you. The stream title did briefly. I wasn't going to talk about the BNR. I was even going to name this stream BNR Waiting Room, and then LSS surprised us all by actually dropping the BNR not only early, on time, but actually early. So we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to try something new today where I did see it, El Dorte. I think I'm playing Boosting Spendog's deck today, just because I found it, like I watched the video and it made sense to me, but I want to experiment more with TUFFNUT, so I will be playing more lists. I'm not like super interested in playing it competitively. It's more like, what does this deck do? And I want to figure that out, because I still just cannot conceive of how TUFFNUT wins a game where anyone goes wider than 2 chain links. I was also not expecting the BNR this early. I love it. It's great. So I'm going to close chat while I talk about the BNR so that I can post this as a separate video on the channel. And then when I'm done talking about the BNR, I'll come back and we'll discuss with each other, and I'll play TUFFNUT. So if you say something and I don't respond to you, that's why. I am intentionally ignoring you. So just know that. Know that I am intentionally ignoring you. So I'll talk to you all in like 20 minutes. What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? I'm Lupine Fiasco. We were given a huge surprise last night, Sunday, March 22nd, with the scheduled banned and restricted announcement. We knew this was coming after the close of ProQuest Vegas season. I think I and many others expected it to be the late afternoon of Monday, March 23rd, but I'm here for it. I love the early BNR announcement. So we're just going to get into it. My predictions for this BNR were no changes. I hoped for Remembrance and Tarantula Toxin. I was convinced later that we needed a Mind Warp ban ahead of Yokohama, but my original prediction was correct. There are no new bans, but I was wrong in that we have 2 unbans, Scepter of Pain and Rootbound Carapace in all colors. According to LSS, Classic Constructed in its present form is well-balanced, healthy, and rapidly evolving. With the ascension of multiple key heroes to Living Legend, we see no reason to make fundamental alterations, and are instead taking an opportunity to unban 2 cards that have seen their primary beneficiaries leave the format. We look forward to watching the format continue to evolve as we head to Japan and Pro Tour Yokohama. I think these are fine unbans. It makes sense that Rootbound Carapace was banned because of Verdant and Florian. Defensive Decompose is huge, and it is a pretty significant hit to these heroes that they couldn't send the first Felling of the Crown for 8 power without doing some work first, and that work involved playing sub-rate cards like Cadaverous Tilling, the first Plow Under or Felling of the Crown for less than its maximum damage, Elemental Strike, banishing an Earth card to bring the Decompose count up to 1 before the first Felling decomposed 3 Earth cards from the graveyard. There were workarounds, but none of them were nearly as good as Rootbound Carapace. And now that Florian and Verdant are gone, we can bring Rootbound for Jarl. Really excited to see what Jarl does with Rootbound Carapace. I know many Jarl decks were playing it. Jarl is a deck that I'm interested in, so I'm curious to see what Brewers are going to do with Rootbound, how that's going to affect the Earth count, because aside from Autumn's Touch, really is the only 3-block Earth card that's legal in Classic Constructed. Jarl is playing fusion cards like Pulse of Isenloft and Crumble to Eternity. Jarl has Gauntlets of Boreal Domain, which is an Earth card. Jarl can play Barkskin of the Millennium Tree, which is an Earth card when it's in your graveyard. But besides that, he currently really isn't playing cards like So Tomorrow or Canopy Shelter. So we'll see what that Earth count winds up being to make Rootbound playable and still have Earth in graveyard for decomposing Felling of the Crown. It isn't the pure lock that it was in Verdant and Florian, so I'm excited to see it come back. Scepter of Pain is a weird one to see come back. Like the article mentioned, Scepter was originally banned because of how it interacted with Channel the Millennium Tree in Florian specifically. Stack Florian was this really difficult to play against deck where the Florian would just play a bunch of defense reactions and damage prevention, stack 40 to 70 rune chance, and then kill you in one go. And there wasn't a great way to interact with that. So LSS had come out and said we didn't expect the interaction between Scepter and Amp because Amp wasn't a thing when we designed Scepter, and so now that we're at a crossroads of do we leave this alone, or do we ban Scepter, or do we ban Millennium Tree, we're banning Scepter instead, and now Scepter is back. Which tells us that we're probably not seeing another Earth Runeblade for some time. Sorry, Florian enjoyers, but it's more what does Scepter do in the current format? Right now we have one legal Runeblade in Classic Constructed, and that's Vinset, and Vinset could play Scepter of Pain, but I don't think it really works into what she's been doing recently with Deep Recesses of Existence, just pushing her towards this, like further along the setup route. Scepter of Pain is just very easy to interact with when you're already trying to pitch to Arcane Barrier. It forces Vinset to keep a card in hand that she needs to pitch. It feels like it's much less flexible than Flail of Agony, so I don't really see her using it. I guess technically Aurora could use it when she comes back in June, but I mean, we have a lot to talk about with Aurora. She's kind of in flux as far as what the new Aurora is going to play like. Maybe she's a Scepter of Pain deck. It seems like a weird unban where no one is using this card right now, and it will only present problems later when we do eventually get a new Earth Runeblade, so I'm not sure what Scepter's doing back. I really don't expect it to make any waves in the next few months, and it'll just be a problem later, but it does not currently make the format worse, so I suppose I'm okay with a Scepter unban. Moving along to Silver Age, LSS wanted to take this opportunity to clearly state our policy around Silver Age bans and the relationship to Silver Age pre-constructed decks. It is our intention to use all measures possible to make sure a Silver Age pre-constructed deck has at least one season, a season consisting of a period from core product release to next core product release, of unimpeded legality. In the case of Chapter 1 and 2 decks, we will be delivering on this goal and not considering included cards for banning until the release of Omens of Third Age. In the case of the upcoming Chapter 3 decks, this will also mean unbanning several cards that appear in these decks upon their release. Should a Chapter 3 hero be benched by community vote, cards would be unbanned in that hero's next season of legality. So this is very clearly referring to the KO pre-constructed deck. KO, far and away the best deck in the format currently. It can be targeted, which we saw in the Memphis Showdown, but KO is the boogeyman of the format, and the card that I would have liked to see banned after the first 2 weeks of ProQuest Vegas, and that I think a lot of people are looking at as a problem, is Beaten Trackers. And the reason Beaten Trackers wasn't banned, as we'd see, is it is in the KO pre-constructed deck. So I don't disagree with LSS's stance here. I've thought about how you could implement a precon ban, and there just isn't a good way to do it. You're either setting new players up to fail when they go to their LGS, they want to buy a Sage precon deck. It is now on the LGS owner to say, hey, you said you wanted to buy the KO precon deck, but actually this deck isn't legal for sanctioned play. Buy a different deck instead. Not every LGS owner is going to know that. God forbid the player buys a deck from TCG Player or another online vendor who wouldn't even have that opportunity to communicate that the deck isn't legal. And now the new player shows up at their armory, presents their equipment, and is told in their first game, hey, actually that's illegal, you can't do that. Or LSS implements a rule that says if you are playing with the exact 55 card deck that you got from the precon, that is legal, but as soon as you change even one card from it, the deck isn't legal anymore. That's an issue because, say, a new player buys that KO Armory deck, opens the Compendium pack that comes in the box, and gets a sick new Brute card that they really want to put into their KO deck. So they swap a card out of the precon and put in whatever they open. Now their deck isn't legal anymore. So they aren't even allowed to update the KO Armory deck. It's a feel-bad situation all around in what is supposed to be the entry-level format for Flesh and Blood. So I don't disagree with LSS's stance. This feels like Silver Age growing pains. What I would say is maybe we should not have pushed Silver Age up to a tier 4 format before some of these growing pains had been worked out. We'll get into this. 3 paragraphs down, LSS says that Chapter 3 is the last currently scheduled release in the Chapter series. Starting with Set 20, pre-constructed Silver Age offerings will change to something with far less influence over this type of decision-making. Players should not feel like this commitment to pre-constructed playability is a specter that will loom over the format forever. It is simply part of the Silver Age ramp-up process. Maybe we could have waited until after that ramp-up process was done before we started having Silver Age at the Pro Tour. So maybe not for Pro Tour Yokohama, maybe not for Pro Tour Vegas, maybe for Worlds we could have had a split format. Flesh and Blood serves many diverse and often competing interests. It is important that we respect the support that your local game stores have given us by purchasing our products and hosting our events. We also need to give the many folks who have just entered the Flesh and Blood ecosystem a fair opportunity to play with what are, in many cases, the first and only Flesh and Blood cards they own, cards that they've only just purchased mere weeks ago. I have reiterated LSS's point. I think it's a good point. We recognize that a player with an unlimited collection and an upcoming Pro Tour in Yokohama may feel hard done by this approach, and for your specific interests, it's hard to argue against your point. Regardless, we'd rather be upfront and honest about the pressures we are facing and lay out how this policy affects Silver Age going forward. I really just feel like the pressures LSS is facing are all self-inflicted. Skipping the paragraph I just read, another part of this ramp-up process is the voting system, which will surely take out some of the format's powerful outliers more and more consistently over time. Silver Age is a format that we have built for longevity and mass adoption. An important part of our plan for its future is accepting the time needed for the systems and products involved to have their intended effects. Silver Age Worlds in November would have been a better option. Initial response to Silver Age at the store adoption level has been absolutely off the charts. We are confident that we've laid out a strong set of guide rails for Silver Age to help carry Flesh and Blood into a new era, and we are hopeful that our most dedicated players are ready and willing to come along with us for the ride. Anecdotally, I know Northern California stores are really popping off with Silver Age. We're talking 20+ person armories with Silver Age bringing in new players. I think Silver Age is great for Flesh and Blood. I'm a big believer. I enjoy the format. I just really think that not banning pre-con cards ahead of a Pro Tour is bad optics. Shouldn't have been done. If you're going to Yokohama, sorry about your KO mirrors. I hope you figure out how to solve it. And now the big one. The unbannings were cool and just gave people more options. The Silver Age legality talk, hey, I'm glad that LSS was upfront about it. The next banned and restricted announcement will be on Thursday, May 28th, 2026. At this date, we will announce the results of the first round of Silver Age voting. Notably, this is after Pro Tour Yokohama. So KO is legal. KO cannot be benched before Pro Tour Yokohama. And we'll also be banning, at a minimum, the following cards in Classic Constructed: Channel Lightning Valley, Electromagnetic Somersault, Phantom Tidemaw, Reaping Blade, Skyward Serenade, and Volzar the Lightning Rod. We are preemptively disclosing these bans so players can engage with the Omens of the Third Age preview season with knowledge of these upcoming changes. These decisions will be explained in full come our next announcement. Oh my god, this is so interesting for so many players. First of all, I'd love to know what they saw in testing where Phantom Tidemaw was like problematic for Ziggy. Second, as an Aurora player, I weep. Because, many of us played the format when Aurora 1 was legal. We know that Channel Lightning Valley, Electromagnetic Somersault, and Skyward Serenade were the powerful cards. Those are the three best cards in Aurora. Channel Lightning Valley especially, that's what the deck was. People look at Aurora and you say, oh, it's 0 for 4 deck. And you would have these turns of just rabble, 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 snatch or something. It's a 4-card 16. But where the deck really became problematic to deal with and where people really remember the Aurora feel-bads were Channel Lightning Valley turns. Pitch a Blue, Starfall. Well, I'm not going to block that. It's only 2. Channel Lightning Valley. Draw a card. Oh, next turn. Your turn. Your AB0, Sigil of Suffering. I'm blocking 4, you're taking 1, and I'm drawing a card, and now I'm going to draw again off my Channel Lightning Valley on my turn. Channel Lightning Valley being Pot of Greed was already a lot for people to deal with, and CLV being Ancestral Recall was even worse. Electromagnetic Somersault, mostly at its worst, was 0 for 4 go again, and at its best was 0 for 6 as a defense reaction with 1 card. Skyward Serenade was an extra 1 or 2 points on your Arc Lightning turn, 2 if you had Flicker Wisp with it. Otherwise, it was just, 0 for 4. It would find your Skizzik. But maybe you could get tricky with the Embodiment of Lightning. You could do something like Snatch for 5 with Go Again, which is much harder to block, and then end with your Skizzik for 3. All 3 cards were inherently problematic in how modal they were, how difficult they were to deal with. Channel Lightning Valley really asked you to be playing AB1, which means that Aurora has effectively Tomul-tied one of your pieces of equipment. But at the same time, these were the fun cards. This is what made Aurora fun to play. Playing Rabble, 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 Snatch is good, but it isn't fun. It isn't compelling. It doesn't make me as a player feel smart. But sequencing with Channel Lightning Valley, determining whether Electromagnetic Somersault is better as a 0 for 4 or a 0 for 6 or something in between was fun and made me feel good. Finding the lines with Skyward Serenade where it isn't just Skizzik for 4 go again was fun. These were all the reasons to play Aurora, and last year when Aurora was LL'd after not even 6 months, and LSS said, in a year you'll get to play her again. Aurora players were not thinking of Aurora, the 4 intellect, 40 health lightning, elemental rune blade with essence of lightning, and a hero ability that no one used. We were thinking about Channel Lightning Valley, Electromagnetic Somersault, and Skyward Serenade shenanigans. So seeing all 3 of these cards banned means, what are we excited about? What are we waiting for? I don't know what new Aurora looks like anymore. I knew what new Aurora looked like when she had old Aurora's card pool. She was the same deck. She probably needed to play more blues. She'd be a lot less flexible with her hero ability. You wouldn't be able to just pitch away 2 reds in the face of a face purgatory or some kind of hand trap disruption. And now I don't know. And that sucks, because Aurora players only had that deck for not even 6 months, and now we'll never have it again. And I know people are out there saying, well, yeah, absolutely, that deck was broken. She shouldn't have had all that stuff anyway. That doesn't matter. That isn't the point. The point is we bought in to this deck that doesn't exist anymore and will never exist again. And that sucks. But I get it. I've read what Ziggy's text says. I can imagine how Channel Lightning Valley drawing 3 cards in Aurora is such a problem. The same Channel Lightning Valley is going to draw 5 cards in Ziggy, because Ziggy gets to play it and then shoot you, and then on your turn flicker it and then shoot you, and then on their turn shoot you and then play Blast to Oblivion and then pick up the Channel Lightning and then play it again and shoot you on your next... Like, I get it. Electromagnetic Somersault, picking up Phantasmaclasm with Go Again to then replay Phantasmaclasm was going to be a problem. These are all things I understand. It makes sense to me why these cards are banned, but it sucks for Aurora players who were really excited to play their same deck again, like LSS said we would be able to, and now we can't. I also really take issue with the timing of this. LSS specifically says, we are preemptively disclosing these bans so players can engage with Omens of the Third Age preview season with knowledge of these upcoming changes. We've known about Omens for 3 weeks now. We didn't know about these changes, so we've been engaging with preview season without the knowledge of these upcoming changes. I have heard multiple horror stories of people buying cold foil Channel Lightning Valleys over the last 3 weeks with the assumption that they would be able to play them. And you might, again, say, well, obviously the card is busted with Ziggy. You should never pre-order in preview season. You should have expected that this was going to be banned. And these are all reasonable arguments, but at the same time, this statement is in bad faith. You didn't preemptively disclose these bans. Or if you were going to, you should have done it 3 weeks ago so that the Aurora players wouldn't have 3 weeks of thinking they'd be able to play CLV and Somersault, and players who wanted to play with Aurora wouldn't have put money into Channel Lightning Valley. Non-foil Channel Lightning Valley was what, $40? Cold foil CLV was anywhere from $80 to $100? That money is just gone now. That money is lit on fire, and this was completely preventable. This list of cards should have been revealed with the article on the flagship site announcing Omens of the Third Age. Like, this should not have even been a discussion. This should have come out as people are dooming about new Asilio coming out with old Asilio. There being 2 Asilios in format. People are dooming over Ziggy getting to do Channel Lightning Valley and Somersault shenanigans. Again, this is a problem that didn't need to exist. But anyway, that's Aurora. Also, Reaping Blade is gone, which Aurora players did play. Team Stroopwafel did bring Reaping Blade to Pro Tour London as CYB new tech. No one is currently playing Reaping Blade. There's 1 Rune Blade in Classic Constructed, and Vincent doesn't play Reaping Blade. But we can definitely look towards the future as like, Reaping Blade was probably too good. Aurora played it, Florian played it, Viserai played it. You have these heroes that release with their signature weapons, and then they're all so much worse than Reaping Blade that everyone just plays Reaping Blade anyway. To me, the Reaping Blade ban is LSS saying, please engage with the new set, which makes me wonder if this is just future-proofing. We don't want to deal with Reaping Blade anymore, or if the new weapons are going to be so dog water that Aurora players would just give up the flexibility of what I assume will be a weapon with Go again, because it's new Starfall, to just take a guaranteed 1 for 3. I hope not. The bans on CLV, Somersault, and Serenade make me think that Omens is actually going to be cracked and have a ton of new good cards. But maybe the weapons are just going to be absolute dog water. And then finally, this does not affect me personally. I am not terribly bothered by this. But for the poor Acilio players out there, I am so sorry. One of my best friends locally, Shifty Prince in chat, is an Acilio truther, has been since Rosetta release, has won ProQuests, RTNs, brought Acilio to callings. Acilio is his guy, his widow boy. I know players on Team Metal Fab. I know players who just die-hard Acilio fans who are now witnessing the death of their hero in real time. The execution date is set. I mean, you get Pro Tour Yokohama at least, but like, Acilio doesn't exist in his current state without Volzar. That's what the deck is. And just paired with that, like, Channel Lightning Valley in Acilio is kind of whatever. Aurora used it much better than Acilio did because Aurora was pitching to keep it around. In Acilio, about half the time it's just a turn extender. It's a Volzar count, it replaces itself. They aren't really pitching to keep it around, but they can. Somersault, definitely more of a hit to Acilio. In the worst case, it's just gone in a flash sometimes. In the best case, it is comboing with Blast to Oblivion with Sigil shenanigans, but Volzar is the big hit. I said at the start of this video, they could hit Mind Warp because Acilio is using it too well. Banning Volzar hits all of it. You hit everything in the deck. Acilio without Volzar has one turn of amp, and that is if he breaks the gloves. And breaking the gloves is still like amp 4 as a ceiling. Like, Acilio is not bouncing sigils that often. So you're either doing a ton of setup and then they pop all at once and that's your bindings of the third age, or you are doing flicker shenanigans over the course of a turn and that's your amp 4. And you get to do it one time. And again, similar to Reaping Blade, we're going to get a new weapon in Omens. And I guess that's what Acilio will use, and maybe it'll be okay. But if they're banning Reaping Blade and Volzar, and I'm already thinking that the weapons in Third Age are going to be dog water, I guess this is how they rein in old Acilio getting support from new Acilio. It's not great for Acilio. And I don't think it's as problematic as waiting 3 weeks to announce a CLV ban, which really hits players specking on Aurora. But Acilio players are a bad way right now. Check on your Acilio friends. I think, again, these should have been announced 3 weeks ago to stop the speculation on Channel Lightning Valley. You would have saved a lot of players a lot of money. I think it's generally a feel-bad situation for Aurora players who were waiting for these cards to come back. I get it. They were overpowered. The interaction between CLV and Sigil of Suffering, or CLV and Zap Clappers, was very good. A lot of players hated it. It needed to be reined in some way. Electromagnetic Somersault, being a 0 for 4 or a 0 for 6 is very good. Skyward Serenade, as they've described, was already a mistake. Needed to be reined in. You should have told us about this 3 weeks ago. Also, just on the point of Skyward Serenade, if in this Silver Age article you make the point that you need to give the many folks who have just entered the Flesh and Blood ecosystem a fair opportunity to play with what are, in many cases, the first and only Flesh and Blood cards they own, cards that they've only just purchased mere weeks ago. Part of the reason that Aurora has had such a rushed return is because so many new players got hosed on buying Armory deck Aurora. They bought this Armory deck that in some cases became illegal 2 weeks later. That Armory deck is now unplayable. The reason to buy Armory deck Aurora was Serenade Skizzik, because if you take Serenade out of the deck, or if you print Serenade as intended where Go Again is not base, Go Again is an option, Serenade is unplayably bad. It is a terrible card if Go Again does not come printed standard. So now you have all these players who bought their Aurora Armory deck, were sitting on it to play again, who now there's nothing in it. There's 2 copies of Arc Lightning, which was already in the main set. There's Skizzik, which is a red block 3. There's Written in the Stars, which is now much worse without Flicker Wisp to pair it with. There's Zap Clappers, which is not really a playable card anymore without CLV. Like, there's still Aurora Armory decks on shelves at LGS's that now just rot because there's nothing playable in it. So this, I get it. I understand that if you're trying to print cool new Lightning cards, you need to ban the old cool Lightning cards so that you don't just break the format. But this is such a bad way to do it that creates so many feel bads. So overall, the Carapace and Scepter unbans are fine. They're cool. I'm excited to see what Jarl can do with Rootbound. I think Scepter of Pain is going to rot until a new Earth Rune Blade comes out, and then we're either going to ban it again or channel the Millennium Tree. The Silver Age pre-con ban logic makes sense to me. I just think it's poorly timed with Pro Tour Yokohama. And the unbans, or rather the pre-bans for Omens of the Third Age, are poorly implemented in that they are 3 weeks too late and are really just a feel bad for Aurora players. I am still tentatively excited to play new Aurora because I loved old Aurora, but I am no longer confident that I know what new Aurora does because old Aurora was so centered around Channel Lightning Valley specifically, but also doing cool things with Somersault and Serenade. So we'll see. Spoiler season is upcoming. Acilio players still have a few weeks left to play with the hero. If you're going to Yokohama, you get to play with Acilio. I hope you enjoy it because it's probably the last time. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all being here. I live stream every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For the most part, I'm experimenting with new decks, trying to get a handle on decks that I don't really understand. Whatever the darling was of the last calling, that's what I'll be playing. Once Omens releases, I'm sure I'll be playing a lot more of Aurora, if only to figure out what she does. Please check out the live streams. We'd love to see you there. Besides that, thank you again for watching, and until the next time I see you on Daily Fab Gameplay, take care. I definitely meant to hit start recording so that I wouldn't have to just like take this VOD and then chop it up. So, oops, that's definitely wrong. All right, let me pop open chat. I'm not going to catch up on what you've all been saying, so I hope none of you said anything interesting while I was gone. Or if you did, catch me up. Say it again. Powerful surge effects. Every Pro Tour, there's something weird going on. Always true. I think everything is fine. Acilio was too good. These preemptive bans are okay. They just feel bad for Aurora, but I get all of them. They should have printed this earlier. But they also could have waited till the schedule BNR to say it too. I think with the CLV prices being what they were, they should have said it sooner. I'm actually curious, Audex. Let's go to TCG Player. Aurora Armory Deck. Armory Deck Aurora in the US is currently selling for $51 unopened. Where are we? Well, okay. That's where it is now. They were selling 55, 67, 65, 80. Okay, so this was like a $60 product yesterday. Skyward Serenade was... oh, like $3 for rainbow foil. Okay, so that's not a problem. All right, so that's whatever. It really was just CLV was like the big hit. Cool thing plays a Yu-Gi-Oh card. The thing with banning these earlier is their testing team is very limited. I'm sure they spoiled the omens and suddenly people found busted things to do with the current cards. So it's like, I'd rather they do this now than the week of the world premiere like previous sets. I will say it's very cool that we're getting that because Nationals season falls so close, US Nationals falls so close to the release of omens. It's cool that US players don't have another month of testing with these cards. Even with limited spoilers, we could be testing with Aurora or Acilio. And now we know, hey, CLV Somersault are banned. Like, these don't exist for Nationals anymore. Acilio in particular, Volzar doesn't exist for US Nationals. So don't spend a ton of hours putting reps into this because the decks are fundamentally different. Do I have a vague script for that? No. No, Dave. I'm very good at talking extemporaneously. Thank you, Caldwell. Appreciate. 90% of what I say is TUFFNUT. Well, I've just been complaining. Thank you for the catch-up, Rose. Cilio dead and I'm sad. I think it would be better if they spoiled their new weapons before announcing Volzar going away. For sure. I did botch it, Steven. You're right. Now I have to wait until tomorrow when YouTube is done processing the VOD. You just Warren says, I think the bans are fine. I just wish they would give some spoilers to say, hey, you can't play with these old cards. Instead, you can get excited about these new cards. The one I'm excited about is they've shown us Sky Shard, I think is the name. The new worse lightning press. It costs 1, but you have the alternate cost of destroying a lightning flow to pay for it. I really wouldn't be surprised if we just got Somersault and CLV, but 1 cost, where, you know, 1 cost, 2 cost, some kind of casting cost, but alternate destroy a lightning flow to pay for it, which is, hey, Aurora players particularly, you really have to give a shit about lightning flow. I would have liked to see those as spoilers, or I would have liked to see more of the create a lightning flow effects so that we could at least speculate that like 1 cost CLV with alternate casting cost exists, and here's how we're doing it. I think this is someone who owns cold foil CLVs. They're expensive because of Sage. The Armory decks are expensive. I think it's both. Armory decks are expensive because of Skizik, but Skizik is definitely less expensive now because Briar took such a nerf. Skizik now we're selling. Okay, yeah, I guess they were still selling for like $17. Yeah. All right, so it's still Sage. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable take. I sure hope I win the Pro Tour. I also hope you win the Pro Tour, Steven. Tidemaw is banned, but Ghostly Touch is still legal. I'm pretty scared to find out what the difference is between the 2 cards. I hope next time LSS will release a ban list when the new set is announced. I agree. Some guy named Thaz. Is Goat playing TUFFNUT? I will be playing TUFFNUT soon. I'm just catching up on chat. I think, oops, that's Bolton's thing. If they're pre-banning, they should drop the pre-ban with the set announcement. Absolutely. I hope they do that going forward. I hope that's their takeaway. I'm Nacilio Man. I've got hope that this will be the correct move as Volzar Amp had no cap, and we were getting too close to Kano floodgates. I think something needed to happen, but like this is fine. I think the Volzar ban is probably good ultimately. It's just we don't know what's next. And that just creates some feel-bads for the Acilio players. Wasn't Skyward Serenade the card misprinted and should have had Go Again as the fourth option? Maybe they'll print a new correctly formatted one. Skyward as intended is like terrible. It's so bad. Skyward as intended is a it's awful. You're either now forced to play it after Arc Lightning to get like anything usable out of it, or you are, why did this fix itself? Streamer mode. Nope. That one. Oh, because I hard refreshed, that's what it was. What is this? What does my deck do? We're gonna block here. I'm gonna discard this, so I'm just looking for like something good. Assault and Battery with Agility seems okay. I'm tentatively excited to play New Aurora. I was very excited to play Old Aurora before we saw Somersault and CLV. She's just like, was Lightning Ninja, and that's cool. It's just like, now I don't know what she does anymore. I had an idea, and now I don't. And so that's, scary. So, we're playing TUFFNUT. I updated the stream title. Why am I playing TUFFNUT? Do I think that TUFFNUT is my competitive pick? Am I bringing this to nationals? No. Why I'm playing TUFFNUT is that I don't know what TUFFNUT does. I've never known what TUFFNUT does. I don't know why this deck is good, but it keeps showing up and it keeps doing better, right? It just won a Pro Quest. It won a Pro Quest. It made it to stream in the calling. Like, TUFFNUT keeps doing things. And every time I'm like, what are you? How do you beat a deck that attacks more than 2 times in a turn? So I'm playing TUFFNUT. Very excited to see what this deck does. So I have an Agility. I was intending to set up Assault and Battery, but I probably have to clear some allies instead. So we are going to, I suppose, TUFFNUT, just to see what the top of my deck is. I'm going to... Oh, and we hit the blue, so I'm just the greatest player of all time. So I am going to Assault and Battery, clear Scuba. Oh wait, no, I screwed this up. No, this is fine. And now I just attack from hand. Okay, that was the issue. Yes, I had to empty my hand first. And now I just bop. I've been told no, so this is Boosting Spendog's aggro nut list. I think, no, the notes did say I was supposed to just go face. I don't think I was supposed to clear Scoob there. I think I was supposed to just send 6 at Gravy. Yeah, I was supposed to not kill Scoob. So, oops. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We're learning. Highest base power of weapon you control. I don't have a toughness. I won't have my tunic up. So this hand doesn't convert super well. This is Boosting Spendog's list. You like the card guys list a little better? Gotta hit face. Yeah, okay. Your Loot the Holding Me. That's probably fine, right? I just block out and then nut and then rock. You're gonna boat for 9 into Sawbones for 8. And I'm just blocking. I don't need to give armor here. This is fine, right? Grave is a horrible matchup. I'm not sure what allies you kill. I think I'm not supposed to kill any allies. Is my mistake. I think I was supposed to just send 6 more damage at Gravy. And then Gravy has a Scoob. I could have just not blocked the boat to play around Hook and loot the hold. Not a great turn for that. I mean, it's not a great turn for me either. So now we nut. I've been hitting a bunch of blues. Surely I'll hit another one, right? We're so good. And then I just rock Gravy. I have to kill Chum and Swabby. Good job preventing my damage on my unpreventable damage card. Not Scoop, I think no, but you are sometimes forced. Yeah, fine. You're allowed to read my cards. I think I probably have to kill Chum, but what I'm hoping for with Chum is to like line it up with a Buckwild. My Tunic is up, so now hitting a yellow off the top is going to feel much better. I am blocking for 4. So I am... You have less life, this costs less to play. You're going to run out Chum. I'm trying to block with Tough Smash Up. Block with Tough Smash Up. Block with Hulk Up. Just thinking of how I'm supposed to like be navigating these turns. How am I supposed to get cards out of my hand without rolling scabs and without go again? So this is just 6. So I suppose we go block, block. Blocking 6 total. I'm fixing the top of my deck. Or do I block? I guess I am just supposed to be rolling scabs. Because I will have less health. Yeah, I think this is right. You don't have an action point behind this. I'm looking for a blue is fine. Do I want to sink Buckwild? No. Because I'm going to roll scabs. I'm going to send Hulk up. And then I'm going to TUFFNUT into Rock. That sounds like a reasonable play. It sounds like what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, roll, send wind up, and rock. Oh, I send wind up? I don't send Hulk up? I would think that I send Hulk up while I have lower life. Basic rule of thumb, you were looking to pitch a card to something like Buckwild for go again, and then TUFFNUT for a rock swing. If you don't have go again, you empty your hand and just rock. In this case, it means you discard wind up and double block. That's what I was thinking, but I know I'm supposed to be aggressive. Rolling the 1 is obviously bad. I know that I have a 5 on top of my deck, so I'm just going to pass. Because I want that Buckwild. By the book is kind of interesting. So we just flash that in. And then this tipple doesn't do anything. So that's cool. I would try to get the 0 blocks out of the deck. That's why we attack with wind up. Sometimes you will need to scabs just to have a shot, and then everything goes out the window, and you keep a weird hand and just need to get lucky. I mean, I could have just blocked more. I could have sent a rock that turn. I really wanted the Buckwild. I think this hand is still fine. Flash in the Buy the Book. The Tipple isn't going to do anything. I'm not blocking the Tipple. What I would like to do with this hand, I might just be playing Hulk up. So do I want to use my toughness or not? Also depends on what the top of my deck is. If the top of my deck is a blue, then I can Buckwild this. If the top of my deck is a yellow, then I guess I would just be discarding Windup. I'm probably just blocking is what I'm doing to cover the hook. So we go block, block, and then my turn is just send this Hulk up. It's so much help to beat Gravy, you just try to high roll them with Go again. Oh, I have this Vigor. Oh, I maybe should have sequenced this differently then. Forgot that I had the Vigor. Alright, so we'll TUFFNUT. We hit a yellow. So I can only swing the Buckwild, and then I'm a resource off. I also can't Gauntlet here. So we're just going to send Hulk up, face, Arsenal the Buckwild. I still have the Tunic. I don't think I roll Scabs here. I think I'm fine to Arsenal the Buckwild and just have guaranteed Go again next turn. Like, maybe I'm supposed to roll Scabs so that I don't... you're right. I am supposed to roll here. Okay, we hit the 5. Wait, this rolling the Scabs doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, that's okay. Whatever. Yeah. I was supposed. I'm supposed to roll before I TUFFNUT. That's what I'm not realizing. I have to roll before I TUFFNUT so that I can play this from Arsenal, pitching the Buckwild, and then hit the yellow for the rock. That's what I'm learning. Scabs doesn't work. If you play Buckwild, you have no energy for Hulk up. You can't pitch to rock. No, it would have had to be roll Scabs, hit the 5, pitch the Buckwild for Hulk up, and then TUFFNUT to rock. When this defends, if you have no cards in hand, it gets +6 and the crowd cheers you. I mean, this hand blocks really well, so I got that going for me at least. This hand does get to play Buckwild, so I am interested in blocking. Sadly, I'm probably trying to block with a lot. I can give my 6 here, fix the top of my deck for rock, and I get 6 block with the Brutality. That seems fine. I would like to sink Rip off the top. This blocks for 12 plus a rock swing. That's what I'm thinking. And we just keep the Buckwild in Arsenal. We just take 3 here, and that's fine. Oh, I overpitch on the Buckwild. That's what I'm missing. This is a hell of a turn. Turns out Gravy has a good amount of Go again in the deck. The crowd cheers me, which is cool. At some point I broke Gravy's hook, which I did not remember doing. 4 card 19 to 20 is nuts, and I'm still behind. I also lost the clash, which is sad. All right, so I'm taking damage. We say no blocks. You... How did you have so many action points? I remember when, before we got the BNR, people were saying, hey, can we unban chart and gravy? And now I'm like, why did you all think you needed chart unbanned? What about what just happened made you think that you still need help? Because the way I see it, you're all fine. But you're fighting a board state combo deck, the two most unfair aspects of a Fab hero. Yeah, no, I'm waiting for Rose to post why somehow Gravy still isn't good enough. Oh, the back alley went to the, yeah. Back alley went to pitch. Hey, this has go again. So this hand blocks 5. And then I do Jaws into Rock. And I'm seeing how arsenaling this Buck Wild was not the play. Because he isn't. Ah, okay. Yeah, I got it. That's what I'm seeing from the turn that just happened. Was that Gravy is not broken. Block with Rock or Wrecker Romp. This is just 1 point. I get cheered, right? That's cool. I guess I also could have not blocked and gotten to send the Buck Wild and went 3 chain links wide. Maybe that was the line? Yeah, Jaws into Buck Wild into Rock. I'm also TUFFNUT. No, this hero's cracked. That's what I'm told. Get all the room you want into me. It's true. All right, there's the damage prevention. That's fine. It means that I'm not being attacked with the Sawbones. Which I guess they don't need to attack me with the Sawbones. They're not going to make 2 action points. You can play it in the damage step, activate TUFFNUT, get cheered, and it will get go again then. That's pretty cool. And I send this Rocket Gravy. I have Crown of Providence. I thought this was Fleshbag. Jaws, TUFFNUT, Rex, Rock. Well, if I had hit the blue, sure. But I hit a yellow because I'm bad. Gravy blocking. Hello. We're so up. Oh, this hand is kind of cool. I feel like I'm not blocking this. I might be blocking the next thing. And trying to... Oh, no, I guess I don't want to cycle this Buck Wild. I think it's for boat. Well, I'm thinking like I could clear it now. I'm not getting boated here. I suspect it's just Rigor Mortis. You're attacking me with Chum. I should start blocking with armor. My turn is going to be Overpitch into Buck Wild. Gauntlets Rock. Yeah, I know. The Go-Agains really needed to show up a little sooner. What are you holding that you wanted to IP a card? Let's block with the yellow smash up. Yellow smash up seemed risky to block there. Because if I hit a yellow off the top, I can't rock. Okay. You're discarding from somewhere, from the top of the deck. Fair and balanced. Go ahead and nut. Oh, don't pass. Gauntlets. Gravy. Oh, because I'm not always holding priority. The hard reset messed with my shit. I mean, I gotta say, this game is kind of close for missing 6 damage on turn 1 because I attacked a scuba instead of Gravy. And for like how many action points Gravy has had. And for not seeing go again cards. If you want to try a different take on the deck with some spicy cards, test the list from Hannibal on the Discord. This is coming for 8 and 6, so 14 total, so I'm dying. Go block, block, block. Good-natured brutality. I want to sink that. I'm trying to rip off the top, draw a card, then pitch a random card from your hand. If it has 6 or more power, your next attack this turn gets +3. I guess I don't want to sink good-natured brutality. It's still not great for me. Well, I can't just put crown because I'm dying. Attacking for 6. These cards all block 2. I'm just going to die. I don't think this game is worth continuing. But we got very close, and I'm now like, okay, I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see the lines here. Rip off the top is Brute Saltwater Swell, if I think about it. Rip off the top is late. Everything was late that game. We needed more go again. But I also needed to see the lines better, which now I do. Now we're in it. This game was not it. I'm learning. I think that game would have been a lot closer if I knew a little something about TUFFNUT. I get to click the Assassins button. It's hard to keep a full hand, but we have tricks to block them out and just block and rock them to death. Sounds good to me. We are not playing the wind-ups. Our opponent doesn't want to play into TUFFNUT. Understandable. They're afraid. Into Vinset. Normal 60. The clean 60 that we want to run into almost everything. We want to go first because we are having 3 internet going. Use our whole hand, but it's most likely we'll have go again. Okay. Sure. Have I seen your comment about the Buck Wild? What, overpitching? Oh, that you attack without go again and then you TUFFNUT into it. This hand is not good. I also don't want to arsenal any of these cards. Jesus Christ. This hand is just really bad. Where the AB? What AB? This list doesn't have AB. Or if it does, then the button doesn't work. I'm just going to play this Wrecker Romp because this hand is like absolute dog shit. Should I have had AB? I just clicked the button. I guess this list does have AB, doesn't it? Well, whoops. That's my bad. If you're telling me this list has AB, then we'll just play a new game. Oh yeah, look at that. What does this one do? The crowd cheers you. If you have less health than the other hero, you may destroy this. If you do, gain 1 action point. When would I play this? It's only, oh, this list does, well, the Skullhorn is for Verdance, which we're not playing anymore. Can always ask for a rematch. I'll just pair into them again. Okay, there we go. Normal 60. with the null rune. Good luck, have fun. Okay. I never play the Kicks over Scabs. Alright, this deck is a little better. This hand's a little better. This hand we just nut and pass, because I want to play both of these cards on my turn. Draw a card, then pitch a random card from your hand. If it has 6 or more power, your next attack this turn gets go again. So I am going to play the song, fix the top. Oh, and you're attacking me too? This is perfect. So I'm taking the 1. Why are my cards all block 2? We go block 3, play Sinew. Block 3. I could block 5. I TUFFNUT for a, let's call it 2 resources. I use 1 for rip-off. I guess I'm blocking 5 here. Blocking 5 seems fine. Then I'm going to Song. I guess I could get Succumbed here, but that's okay. They block 3. The 1 blocks 3. The other one blocks 2. That's pretty good for Vincent. So we Song first. Song pitch Hulk to rip. I don't need to pitch the Hulk, right? So I'm getting +4. I'm going to TUFFNUT into a blue, into a Wrecker Romp. I'm going to play rip off the top. So I'll have 3, go down to 2, go up to 4. So I want to go Jaws, Buckwild, Agile, Wrecker. Oh, I don't have gauntlets, so this doesn't matter as much. Into rock. All right, so this is kind of cool. Stack the 2 blues on top. But the 2 blues have made a meaningful difference. I was thinking about having a blue for the, what's it? The Jaws. It's like a Jaws rock. That's a lot of damage. Also, now I have a blue for gloves if I need it. I like the AB shoes over null rune gloves. That's kind of what I'm thinking now that I'm looking at this list more and seeing that we really just don't use kicks ever. It's like, well, sure. All right, you've paid for Vincent. The Deep Recesses is going to hit. Deep Recesses is hitting Deathly Wail or Funeral Moon. I have to take this. My turn is probably AB3. I don't necessarily know that I'm getting cheered, so I could go below life. I take 10 here, go to 27, and then let Vincent have a follow-up. I could also AB3 And I have to get my flesh bag to stop it. I am thinking about giving one of these cards, because I can't overpitch to Jaws. I guess I'm going to skip the Rune Chance. I'll block with yellow Buckwild. Get my toughness value. I could have used Flesh Bag here to try to hit Revel if it exists. See if Vincent hits the Shadow Puppetry. For whatever reason, I notice that anecdotally, my Vincents don't hit on Shadow Puppetry. They will hit on like a Widespread Ruin, but Shadow Puppetry, for whatever reason, whenever this hits, they never banish. And you're just hard casting Deathly Wail. I've already taken damage, so I can just let this go. Now I'm guaranteed to hit on Jaws. Would have blocked with the blue. I wasn't sure how important it was to have Tunic available. We'll make 2 Runers. You're going to banish a Deathly Wail. My deck doesn't matter. What we think about the BNR? You missed it, Florple. I did a whole thing about it. You got to go back and watch the VOD. I think it was a real feels bad for Aurora players. Oh, I see. Okay. I think it was a real feels bad for Aurora players who got excited about playing with their hero again. Because, let's be real, the hero is not Aurora. The hero was Channel Lightning Valley. So that sucks. Good Acilio nerf. Jesus Christ. Alright, is this Spend Dogs list, or is this like TUFFNUT in general? Why do I have so many blue 5s in my deck? Because this feels awful. Hey, played against you a few weeks ago as Dio. You were slippy. Thanks for being really patient with my learning. You are awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a nice game. Yeah, the blue 5... Are there, like, other blues I can play so that I don't have to play all the blue 5s that do nothing? It's his list, it's bad? Okay. I could get on board with that. Too many blue... That's what I'm seeing. This damage is unpreventable, so I'm already getting hit by the next Widespread. I'm just going to Flesh Bag you so that you can't, like, Revel me. On 21 to 24 blues. I mean, this list, like, I'm not thrilled with... Like, the Hulk-ups are good. Are there too many blues in here? Oh, he's got 27. And I want 21 to 24. Yeah, I can see that. Jesus Christ. The Mordred Tide here is pretty sick. It took all the biggest chunk of the hero identity than all the Gravy Bands combined. I mean, Acilio needed to be hit by something. I could have seen Mind Warp. I think it's like, well, that's why Aurora lost Serenade and Somersault. Because she's going to be cracked in the next set. Make 3, and then you get to do this. $18 blues, but Tunic is enough. Yeah, Eldorte, I might just grab your list after this, because so far I'm already like, wow, these blue 5s are just fucking me pretty consistently. And I get flailed. Well, I'm definitely blocking the flail. I should have Tunic'd one of those. I was just so tilted at the blue 5s. I lied, I'm on 21. That turn that turn would have been fine with a yellow. That's right. What's the, where's the Hannibal list? Let's grab that one. That one won a thing. If you want to try TUFFNUT, I think Clue TCGs is the best I've seen. Smash ups are only to block. Hey, there's a blue. Copy link. Yeah, the Tide Mob ban is weird. I don't know why the Bucks are not with the other blues. What's Hannibal's list? This list won a thing. That means it's the best list. This list has some stuff going on. I've played this game poorly. I also don't have toughness because I keep flipping 5s. So here I get to do a thing. Here I am going to AB all of these and then block with Good-Natured Brutality, which is cool. And then I can rock. Hannibal's list has weird cards. It won a thing. It's objectively the best deck. Let's see if I'm getting blown out by creepers. Survey says maybe. But they played the Malefic first, so maybe they weren't counting on. I don't know. I could definitely get blown out here. Survey says yes. Jack-o'-lantern? Are you serious? What the fuck? At the top of your deck, if it's red, create a rune chant token. Who the fuck is playing Jack-o'-lantern? I haven't seen this card since Nom. So you have a rune chant. I mean, the good news is so far they can't keep the creepers. They haven't dealt Arcane. So they have to decide if they swing Flail, I can Tunic AB the rune chant and then block the Flail. Oh, never mind, there's 2 rune chants. Blue one time. Now I need the blue. Of course not. Only when I don't need it. And then we rock. Whack-ass choice, and she can't manipulate the top of her deck. Jack-o'-lantern was goated before Rosetta. Well, I mean, and clearly the meta hasn't changed since then. You go to 24 blues, you pick one more. It's like Ripple Away, Energetic Impact by the book, Tough Smash Up, Reckless Swing are your options. I don't know what I'm boarding out from Hannibal's list. That's my problem. There are no buttons. No Hero Stands Alone is for warriors. Emboldened by the Crown is for assassins. Buck Wild is for aggressive matchups, so it's like dig in and disarm. would get cut when I need to be aggressive. And then digging and just, am I trying to fatigue people? Any blue 6 plus Buckwild, blue base and TUFFNUT isn't what changes. It's his yellow base. And Hero Stands Alone is amazing versus Codex. Am I playing like Disarm and Dig In versus Assassin? Blue Jacket, what is happening? Has our opponent cooked too close to the sun? Alright, you're widespread destructing me. I have 2 toughness. So I can AB3 block 6. Oh wait, I don't need to AB3. I'm guaranteed to take one of these. Oh, you're gonna cull me, is what's happening. If you're gonna cull me... I guess I want to play... I want to block with Tough as a Rock. How am I supposed to play around this cull? Alright, never mind. I don't need to. I was like trying to, I was trying to like wait for them to call me. I'm thinking, oh, well, if they don't, like, if they're bluffing it, then I'm in trouble. No, they just sent the call. Alright, so we block with Tough as a Rock. I'm keeping Tunic and Scab so that I can cover a flail after go again. I want to play the song, yeah. So then I take 1. We're going to play the song. We're looking for a blue in the top 4. And then I get to rock for 9. Play the song. We get a bunch of blues. All right, so I'm putting Energetic Impact on top of my deck so that I can block with double Smash Up. So we go Smash Up, Jaws. Oh, actually, we Song of Sinew. We go no, this doesn't matter because these are both 5s. Okay. So I actually want the blue Vigorous on top because I want to block with Impact and Smash Up together so that I can bank a Vigor. So we do Impact, Smash Up, Jaws, Vigorous, TUFFNUT, rock for 11. So this is bad because you always run Tunic and Gauntlets, put AB on your boots. That makes sense. You Smash Up to manipulate the top of your deck when needed. Oh, I thought this was a tax. It's 6s. All right, another reason that these blue 5s are so bad. I'm seeing it. I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. So then I guess maybe the Jaws of Victory is not great. These jack-o'-lanterns. These jack-o'-lanterns are hilarious. They have AB1 feet and head depending on the matchup. So I might get screwed with this hand. Because I can't overpitch to Jaws. So I suppose we're rolling Scabs here to try to fix this hand. try to like do something. We get a 4, so that's good. So I don't have a way to clear the jaws. I am going to TUFFNUT. No, I'm not going to TUFFNUT because I want to play around Cull. So we send jaws, pitching energetic. I'll get to TUFFNUT into this smash up if I don't get culled. And if I do get culled, then I get to TUFFNUT into rock. Feels bad, then it clicks, and he has a lot of fun and really good value and still a lot of potential. I don't think he is solved. There was every discussion about his yellow base. So I'm getting reveled here. There's the revel. Let's TUFFNUT. We hit. I even get go against, and I have so many action points. I send a 6, which is going to strip Vincett's hand. No more than 21 to 24 blues. The 15-6s, Buck Wild, Vigorous Smash Up, maybe Disperse. Yeah, this hand would have been... This hand would have put her to 1. Which would have been pretty good. We're learning. Oh, this hand is not good. Can I afford to keep rolling scabs, or do I just need to, like, go? Okay. When you're hot, you're hot. Let's keep the tough, and let's keep the Wrecker Romp in deck. Not that this matters, because I get to Wrecker Romp into rock. So I think we win this turn. That's my goat. We just keep going. I'm playing a brute that actually wants to roll scabs now. I actually have to roll scabs or else my deck doesn't perform. We get the scabs, Vin is gonna block, I get to TUFFNUT rock, I even have Tunic in case I flip like red Buck Wild off the top. Alright, I can't be mad at the blue 5 here because Tough Smash Up would still be in my deck. Yep. Gauntlets would have won that turn. I mean, we're still in a very good position, but... yeah, Gauntlets absolutely would have won there. I mean, this is also a go again turn, so we should be fine. Another one where if I had Gauntlets, I'd be okay. RKO does also roll scabs, it's true. And then we nut. What's up with these blue 5s? Facade, that's the calling card of a mid-TUFFNUT deck is scabs to make up for poor deck building, even though I'm a scabs lover. They have no home in TUFFNUT. What would, if I had the, what would you play instead of scabs? Where's my good game button? Am I stupid? Good game. Jesus Christ. I just couldn't find it. Oh, you do play boots on the board. All right, we got there. TUFFNUT goated. Okay, let's take Hannibal's list. Which is here. Yeah, Hannibal was saying he did not like boots to the board. I saw that in the Discord. Against Bolton. So I don't think this game is fast enough that I need predatory plating. I think I'm getting my Tunic value. Let's give you a thinking so that you know I'm thinking. I think I want to be aggressive. So we board out dig in and disarm, and we put in Buckwilds. Sure. Boots to the board with Disperse, Disarm is fine, but if your opponents don't swing, you lose. I mean, maybe I wanted defensive cards in this matchup. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm racing, though. Like, I'm not trying to be blocky. I think those are for Assassin, where I have to be defensive. Golden Light for 3. Surely I don't just take this. Do block. Instantly got boarded out. I do this, I keep you off a soul. If you want to like go again raiding me, I guess I'm okay with it. This hand seems good. Do I TUFFNUT here? Surely not. We just do that. We do a 3-card 14. No hero stands alone to juice Bolton. No hero stands alone seems worse into Bolton. Like I guess you'll win most of your... Oh, you know what? You're right. I should have played No Hero Stands Alone for Bolton. And I would have boarded out... I guess Kick the Hornet's Nest is like aggressively medium into not Assassin. Okay, so that... If I was going to sideboard this deck, I would put Kick the Hornet's Nest in the board with the like dig-ins. You're saving gracing me. Okay. And then we nut. And then we rock. And then we are good at this game. Our pitch stack doesn't matter. Attacks or defends, discard a random card. Excuse me? I think Raiden for... Oh, okay. So we're just blocking 4, and then my turn now is like... Play Thick Hide Hunter, I guess? Unless I get to block more later. That doesn't work. I block with Thick Hide Hunter, and that keeps the Raiden from putting a card. No, that doesn't seem good. I guess that's what the armor's for, right? All right, so we're gonna Scabs and then Nut. And we just hit because we're goated. Fun fact, you can still play Hunter on attack defense even if it's the only card in your hand. I thought about putting Hulk up in front of the Raiden. I just, like, the blocking didn't make sense if I was just gonna nut Thick Hide. Later, Eldorte. You don't wanna keep watching this sick TUFFNUT gameplay? And then we nut. And then we're goated. We're so up. Hello? Judge, am I winning? Am I nutting as hard as I've ever nutted? Am I nutting as hard as anyone has ever nutted? That's the question. This card sucks. This hand just wants to, like, block everything. Everything's coming up nut. You'd rather do anything else? Oh, you have to go to your evening school. I see. I thought you meant do anything else. Oh, it's the turn. All right, so we were doing that one. I guess we're not, because I block 5 right now. Yeah, this just makes sense. Do I want to sink Buckwild? I guess... Yeah... What did you have on top? You had a Bolt of Courage. Do I want to sink Buckwild? Yeah, because this isn't making me a toughness right now. I think TUFFNUT physically cannot lose to decks worse than him if you're a competent pilot. Duty-bound Blitz. Okay. Did we just block 6 here? And then we're like, fine. Tough Smash Up shows me a Hulk Up. I do not want to sink Hulk Up. I want to nut Hulk Up so I can Gauntlet Rock. You got it. I could have thought about flesh bagging this, but at this point we're just so far in the turn that it's like, this doesn't matter. And then we nut. And then we gauntlets. And then we rock. If I have a Vigor, I usually sink non-6s. That's what I was thinking with the Buckwild. I have a 19-point life lead. I'm fine. This is so good. Now I see why people are winning with this deck. What was that? I did a 3-card 18. 3-card 19. Sorry, 3-card 21. Because I made 2 toughness and a vigor. So that seems pretty good. This hand is a little less than good. Just give the smash up here. Good-natured brutality on top. Do I want to sink good-natured brutality? I think no, and I'm just looking to block with these two. And I'll use my tunic. Block with romp, save the smash up. Because I know there's a follow-up. We haven't seen what is in the Bolton's arsenal. We know that it... Did you do this twice? They did just activate Bolton twice. Oh, you're gonna Battlefield Blitz me. Or whatever. That... What is this? Is this... That wouldn't be Lumina. Good-natured brutality on top is still fine. I guess you're trying to, like, dump your soul for that. I still don't want to sink this because I want a Tunic Rock with a 3rd toughness. I'm gonna get Seacat. He didn't swing during the V turn. If it was Cataclysm, he would have just done that instead of Boltoning 3 times. Maybe it's a Soul Shield. Nope. Oh, it's V. Okay. You're gonna V me? Well, I get to block. Guess I just do this, right? And my turn is gonna be Nut Buckwild. I could also just overpay. I just have a huge life lead. As much as I'm like, no, I'm losing all my toughness. Like, I have a massive life lead and I can present lethal. I could also just block here, which sounds much better actually. Now that I'm like really thinking about it. Like, what if let's not burn all my toughness. Let's be fine. Let's make an intelligent play. I get to nut first. This is drawing you a card, but that means you're IPing. Unless you're gonna blind Bolton. It's not bad. Pretty good turn. See what I get to do. We're gonna nut. So we hit the 3, which is kind of unfortunate. What it does mean is I get to just 7 here and then arsenal this Buckwild. I was thinking if it was a yellow 6 that I would have been able to gauntlets first. Finally, a hero who accurately reflects the level of skill. This is 4. You did charge. So you're going to get to do the thing. Which I guess means that I'm not blocking this. I'll just block the next thing. And then my turn will be overpitch for Buckwild into Rock. And you Bolton. Into Raiden. I'll block the Raiden. We get to do our little 3-card 12. Start taking cards from our Bolton opponent. Hey, Noah. Yeah, we're nutting. We're nutting. It's pretty cool. This deck does some pretty cool things sometimes. Never thought you'd watch John nut. Lucky you. Oh, he's even got Jaws of Victory. This is 3, and then you make a Courage. And my line is just Jaws of Victory, pitch Tuff's matchup. I could block with Tuff. Block with Tuff smash up makes sense, and then I fix the top of my deck so I know I'm getting cheered. So this is base 0. And then you're gonna Raiden me or something. Lumina kind of spooky. Wow, maybe I just shouldn't have blocked. Maybe the blocking there was greedy. Send Jaws. Oh, I'm at lower life anyway now. I'm actually just goated. Why would I block with Jaws when I can just send a 2-card 13? I can send a 2-card 14 even. Because I have gauntlets, and I will use the gauntlets for the tunic for gauntlets now. Block with both, I'm just goated. I'll just send way more than lethal damage. Yeah, I didn't consider that I would just fall below life if they gained 2 and I took 9. So this actually works out really well. We nut. Now I'm not going to make the gauntlets play. No, I should have thought more about it. I also probably just shouldn't have blocked the spoils. No, my toughness. My toughness, what will I do? I actually got 0 value. Hello? Hello? You on like sync? Or is this your necklace? It was in fact your necklace. What the fuck? Is this deck actually cracked? Are we actually nutting? Okay, so what did I say I didn't want to play with in every matchup? It was these and it was this. These are like assassin cards. And these are aggro cards. And these are warrior cards. And these are also assassin cards. Into ninja. And I'm going to assume you're boomer, Ira. Because they usually are. Which means if you're boomer, Ira, we're not doing defense reactions. I guess I could do no hero. Well, this is at any zone. If you've controlled the toughness, it gets +3 and ambush. When this defends, clash with the attacking hero. The winner may choose an attacking or defending card. Which one is disarm? Sure. This is better than this. So we nut, I don't get cheered, and I just pass. And I Arsenal Jaws and I'm kind of chilling. And you're on, I guess, aggro Ira? What the fuck? All right. I don't think this super matters. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. And then I tough nut, and then I play Thick Hide Hunter. And I sit on the jaws. All right, that's what it is. I forgot that I can just play Thick Hide Hunter. It's amazing how TUFFNUT is a real deck now with Pen around. Playing him is something that's not just 60-card pile. Yeah, it's like this deck has cool lines and does things. Makes interesting plays. So I'm really looking to block with 2 cards, hopefully fix the top of my deck so that I know I'm getting cheered, and then do the like pitch blue into Jaws into Rock or something. E-Strike Sensor. Yeah, this is, I guess this is an Ira deck. Ooh, this, oh my god. Oh, I get to go 3 chain links wide. We're so up. So we take 7. We do Jaws first to make sure that I get cheered. Then I get to do Buckwild. Then I get to TUFFNUT Rock. What the fuck? I get to like 4 card 21. Okay. That was kind of gas. That was a turn. And I made 2 toughness. This hand is less good. I definitely don't block this. And by the way, 2 toughness, yeah. I mean, this hand is definitely worse with these 2 cards in it at the same time. So I'm not 100% on how I'm navigating this. I am maybe blocking... I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to use this hand. I guess I could... What are you doing? Oh, right. You're NIMBY Ira. It's beginning to understand. I'm beginning to believe. You find the red. So this is just damage. I should start blocking here. Just block with them together. Oh, true. And it's just cover 12. At the same time. Yeah, we can block here. All right. Yellow even bigger is a real choice. Yeah, blocking for 5 there made sense. I was really hoping to cover, like... I know there's a snatch in hand, which I want to cover. We can take this damage. This is Chain Link 1 for Mask of Momentum. You're going to dual threat me? Oh, Nimbalism. Kadachi for 1. You're going to snatch me for 7. Jack me Nimble. This deck is... They're cooking. I guess I'm blocking 12 here, and then if they snatch me, I just give armor. And that's just, like, enough. That was a turn. That was a real turn from our opponent. Blue one time? Unlucky. Kadachi for 1. We can never really block this. You've been cheered this turn. This costs 3 less to play. Oh my god. How many of these are you playing? Nimble Strike is what? This is the 1 for 5 go again? Do you have a Nimblism? You do not. So this is 1 for 5 go again, yeah. With the Ira ability. Should try Nathan Crawford's list. Is Nathan cooking something? Seek Horizon is... Yeah, okay, I can see it. Yeah, Seek Horizon, bottom your Wrecker Romp into Rock. Ugh. Maybe Ira's kind of cool. Like groaning because this deck just keeps finding cards, but... As I am blocking here, we're going to fix the top of the deck. I do not want to sink a Tough Smash up. Because I'm assuming I'm going to have to block 6 here. And then I can just rock. That's an Ira deck that hopes to never have to block ever. I mean, it got me. Like, I did not board for this. I boarded for Boomer Ira. It might not be a dual threat deck because they're on snaps, not pause. Yeah, we just block and we hope this isn't snatch. Like I don't actually know if I would have boarded differently if I'd known this was going to be aggro Ira. I guess maybe. Not blocking here. I am looking to block at some point, even bigger than that, because you're on at least 6 copies. I have to, I mean, you might be playing the blues. Reveal. Okay, so you just missed. You're on yellow Nimbalism? This deck is wild. Like, Nimby and red Nimbalism, sure. But yellow Nimbalism? We're cooking. Still not blocking. Waiting for something more impressive. Humble for 6. Yeah, we'll cover you for 6 and then look to disable here. Find a yellow Vigorous. No, that's fine on top. I get to TUFFNUT, disarm, make another toughness. We're cooking. We still got Flesh Bag up. What even is this? We're nutting. We're nutting hard. There's that sick-ass yellow Nimbalism. Blue Nimble. Okay, blue Nimbalism makes sense. I would really like to not block here if I can get away with it and just Buck Wild Rock. So I'm probably... What happened to playing Elemental? I have been watching TUFFNUT do very well recently, and I don't know what it does, and I really want to find out. Am I flesh bagging this? It depends on if their hand or their arsenal is the 2 cost. I think I am flesh bagging this. I'm probably needing to block. I mean, I've got 2 toughness. I would like to not block with this hand if I can get away with it. Just because of like how good it is. Card a random card. I mean, maybe I just make this block and I cover the 7 and I'm preventing the mask. I'm potentially hitting what they blood splattered for, but I'm guessing not. Worst case, if they like humble me or something. This would turn off my hero. This is like probably just block 8. Yeah, and then I'll get to just rock here. Unlucky. Unlucky. We hit the red. All right, this is actually really bad now. Yeah, that was very bad. That was very unfortunate. That was less than good. I just want to know what this deck does. Hand strikes again. Here's the 3rd Nimby. This is getting snapped. We can take this. I am going to have to block around Mask of Momentum. Yeah, the non-block here hurts too. We definitely got punished for flipping that red. Like, that was not good. Maybe I was... No, I feel like taking the humble was too greedy. Thorns for 7... Oh, because my card's all blocked too. Jesus. That's rough. This deck really, for as much toughness as this deck has, and as much as this deck can block well, it really sucks at it sometimes. Which is very frustrating. There's Bittering Thorns again. Yeah, I mean, what can I do? Just got to take all this damage. We were very ahead in this game, and we just, like, at this point, we're dying. Like, missing on that flip was really impactful. Oh my god. We're not getting out. Request to undo. Alright. At discard, send the rock. Well, I think this deck is still really good. Like, that was unfortunate. Imagine if your opponent denied it. I would have just conceded. Blue Nimblism is a good start for us. Sadly, this is one toughness off of doing the thing. We're not blocking this. I was thinking about it. But we're going to get Kodachi'd for 2 anyway. Say no blocks here. Die to a Razor Reflex. Sensor for 6, which now we do get to cover. Which I suppose is going to be these two. We're going to do Song of Sinew into Cheer into Crowd Goes Wild. I might have to roll Scabs here. All right, Song of Sinew is going to show us 4 6s is really nice. So the question is, how risky are we feeling? If we roll, we could put the blue on top, roll Scabs into Crowd Rock, and just, like, win the game. Yeah, this is a Scabs turn for sure. Sending 10 doesn't win us the game. So what do we want in our next hand? We want cards that block, so we're leaving Wind Up the Crowd on top. So we go top, 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 Scabs, lose the game. Come close, but take the 1. Opponent should send 2 here. Makes me burn my toughness. Yeah, I mean, we just didn't have rock for a turn. Like, if we had been able to send 7, we would have been in a much better spot. And we would be winning this game, which we're not going to do now. This deck was also extremely aggressive, which, like, aggro ninja is surely something that TUFFNUT loses to, because they go so wide. I think you can only run Disarm with Boot to the board, and it's hard to naturally get 3 toughness. I feel like no hero is not good into ninja, or not good into Ira, because she plays a bunch of 6 power attacks. Goes to 1, yeah, and now we're just going to get our hand stripped. Doesn't really matter what we block with. We're looking for a blue in case we're somehow not dead. The double even bigger than that. That's so funny. Jesus. Starting to miss the blues. All right, if we flip a blue. Blue one time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are we doing it? Chat. Are we winning this game? Are we so back? Have we ever been more back than we are right now? We're gonna end up blocking for 5 on a Kodachi for 1. How are you blocking 7? Oh, because I lost a clash. That's what it was. Because I lost a clash. That's right. That's why they didn't have to give me more cards. I guess this matters if it's like C and C. Of course I'm Kodachi locked, but I'm like maybe still alive. Leave the Buckwild on top. All right, now we're dead. Good game. Yeah, this 0 lost us the game. Oh boy. All right, I gotta head out, chat. This was fun. I'll be playing TUFFNUT again. I mean, still working on Jarl too, but like, yeah, that was a frustrating loss. Flipping the red there is heartbreaking. Yeah, but hey, we could have won that game. If we had slightly better variance, we could have won that game through like aggro ninja, which I would assume is a really bad matchup. Yeah, this deck is good. I gotta find a list that I like for sure. So GG's everyone. I'll be streaming again on Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard. If you missed my little BNR talk today, it was legit. It was not the rant. It was an actual serious Here Are My Thoughts. I'm going to post that on YouTube in the next couple of days, so you'll be able to see that in its own video. Have a great rest of your day. Until I see you all on Thursday, try not to crash out too hard. Lightning players, wellness check on your Acilio friends, and take care.